Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you to everybody that supports me over on Patreon. I greatly appreciate your monthly subscriptions. They're a huge help. So thank you to those of you that are watching over there. If you're interested in subscribing, you can go to patreon.com and look up Engelgeist. Pick a subscription level, and over there you get the daily forecast a day early. This forecast is for Friday, September 4th. It is a message for the highest good of the greater collective. So if you're seeing it on a date that's not September 4th, that does not mean that the message is still not valid. That's a lot of nots in that sentence. Basically, it's a timeless message. So whenever you see it is when it's intended. But for the focus of keeping on a schedule, this is what we're looking at for Friday the 4th for those of the regular viewers. If there's anything in here that you see that doesn't make sense or doesn't relate to your situation, that's completely okay. There's nothing wrong. It just might mean that you might be working on something different. So, you know, basically it's kind of like a take what you need and leave the rest scenario as far as the reading is concerned. Anything that you hear me say here, any decisions that you make in reference to what you hear here is your responsibility. So keeping that in mind also to never take what I say over your own intuition or your own internal guidance. All right, so let's see what we've got going on here for Friday the 4th. We should be hitting that 10 of Wands, like leaving that 3 of Cups from Sunday in the midweek to that 10 of Wands. That sense of completion. We have that Pisces full moon that we'll still be feeling the effects from. And let's see what our card is. What do we need to know? Alright, Ace of Pentacles, I like this. We started off with all of that Pentacles energy in the early part of the month, or the month, well, the early part of the month and also the early part of this week. We had, I want to say, what did we have with the Page and the 9? Right? Is that right? No, sorry. Oh, we had the 9 and the Page on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so we're back into this Earth energy, which is good because we're in the sign of Virgo. Aces always bring new opportunities, new growth, new sort of solutions. You know, new pathways. Pentacles being the element of earth, deals with usually with material things, wealth, finances, jobs. It can sometimes deal with emotions too, or not emotions, I'm sorry, I was thinking of cups. It can deal with relationships too. The cups also deals with relationships. That kind of cross over is my feeling. So to me, this is like inspired thought, a new idea, something new on the forefront, wherever we might have felt stuck yesterday in that 8 of Swords energy, where we might have been tripping over our own mind or the thoughts in our minds, the fears, the worries, the anxieties that we may have, maybe feeling like things are moving too slow or not feeling like they're moving, you know, in the direction we quite want them to. To me, this Ace of Pentacles signifies sort of maybe an opening up of that. I see this like sort of trellised, floral trellis doorway here. To me, it's like a doorway to pass through or to move on from whatever hindrances we might have been experiencing. Maybe it's emotional. There could have been, and obviously the Pentacles are not emotional, but we had that 8 of Swords and yesterday, and we have that Pisces full moon. So it could be emotional, leading to, you know, mental blocks or fears, that sort of thing. To me, this feels like an energy renewal or a change, a shift in that. Inspiration coming forward. A new day is dawning. I know that I've been dealing with 2 days of rain, so as I'm filming this will be for tomorrow's forecast, so I'm hoping that I'll be seeing sun tomorrow. When I look at this pentacle, it looks like the sun to me. We're back to that beautiful golden hue. To me, this is a very sort of grounded, positive, full of possibility feeling. So, and I would take those possibilities into areas of, you know, say opportunities to make money, to find jobs, to build upon what we have materially, you know, and create more. To me, aces are always affirmative, like they feel like giant yeses, right? So if you have a yes or no question for today, today's answer would be yes. Do it. It feels like the energy is on your side. The feeling is beneficial. The environment may be offering something to you. And I would say that if it is offering it to you, it's offering it to you in a rather obvious way. I feel like there's an obviousness to this Ace of Pentacles. Like it just feels like you can't miss the opportunity that's in this card. So keeping an open eye and an open mind, boom, there it is today. So whatever benefits we have, I would honor those benefits, like beneficial situations. Whatever comes across, whatever we come across today, like honor it, like acknowledge it, even if it's, you know, it may seem small, but if it's an uptick in our energy or in the way we see things, the way we view things, if it's a, you know, what's the word? Like just kind of get the feeling like honor each and every opportunity or like grace that we experience today is kind of the feeling that I get. Honor it for the gift that it is and continue to move forward in like sort of that idea of positivity and possibility and allow it to sort of build and create more for you. So with the Moonology card, this is, oh, new moon. A new start is coming. So with that full moon that we had in Pisces, we should have been releasing things that we no longer want. If anybody did not do a new moon or a full moon ritual, you don't have to per se, you certainly can. I also sometimes believe when I'm feeling a little bit more lazy or less inspired, I believe that, you know, our evolution is up to our higher self, and I trust that my higher self kind of has got the wheel, you know? It's when my ego and my mind get involved or my fears and my anxieties get involved, that's when I usually lose track, right? But if I just sort of open myself up to the possibility of my angels, my spirit guides, my higher self, sort of taking the wheel and doing the work, we can sort of make most of the energies and the opportunities that are available to us, even like with new moon and full moon cycles. We don't have to formally do a ritual. I mean, it's certainly nice and helps to sort of consecrate our desires and what we want. And I think that the reality of this Ace of Pentacles says that, you know, doing that always benefits us. This new moon says that this new start is coming, right? We get to start something new after the release of the full moon. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity. It's interesting how we have this dark circle and this light circle. It feels to me like they switch back. Yesterday we had the more bluer tones over here and the golden tones over here with that full moon in Leo. But something new is on the horizon. The Ace of Pentacles also can be like a new beginning, right? And so what is it that we want, guys? What is it that we want to bring into fruition, into reality, into our reality and make it real? It's happening. It's very possible if we believe in it, if we channel our energy and our attention towards it, and we imbue that with sort of all of the good feelings that we had this week in the grounding stones, like, you know, dream, love, joy, enjoy, generosity, all of those beneficial sort of energies, as we kind of focus on them and make them a reality, we get to bring that forward and create from that space. The grounding stone, to me, this looks like an egg. It's funny that it's in this shape, but it's sort of shaped like an egg, but it's remember. And when I think about this, it makes me go to this place of, it's on, not malachite, what am I talking about? Obsidian, which is wards off negativity. But when I think about remember, for some reason this word this morning is taking me to this place of remembering who we are at a deeper level. And I mean like from the level of spirit, right? And sort of what we can create and how we can get into alignment and how we deserve to be in sort of that alignment. How that's sort of maybe our natural set point if we allow it to be. That if we choose to focus on things that are sort of in discord, anxiety, fear, worry, what we're really doing is we're allowing sort of maybe one aspect of our personality, which would be our mind or our ego, to kind of take over, and we're living from a life of fear. When we remember who we are and sort of that we have a lot of sort of grace all around us, opportunity all around us, that would be this Ace of Pentacles. Also this new moon card, that would be about sort of like new possibilities, new doorways opening up, that sort of a thing. When we remember that that's all around us and available to us at any point in time that we want to sort of shift trajectories or shift our perceptions, we certainly can, right? We're not stuck by any way, any means, right? We can kind of choose at any point in time to remember the reality of our situation is we kind of get to focus on and choose to focus on whatever it is that we want, right? And when we do so, we sort of, if we focus on something a little bit more positive or a little bit more possible, we kind of open ourselves up to all of this, like these different opportunities. And so this idea of remembering is kind of like honoring the truer self or the more deeper self, who we are, what we deserve, what we bring to the table, what we offer in the world. We all have something to offer. We need to remember that too, right? And even that hand with that giant pentacle, that's like sort of offering our own gift or our own perception, our own viewpoint to the world, our own skill set, right? There's something very specific, very intrinsic to us that we can bring into this material world that can be inspiring to, maybe it's just inspiring only to us, but you know what, it excites us and it's an affirmative and it's a great thing and it can create from there and it can bring about a joy that we sort of deserve, right? And so with that new moon, it feels like, let's get on that path. Let's remember, what did we come here for? What do we want? Instead of getting so sort of focused, and this is just as much for me as it is for anybody that's watching. You know, I sometimes when I get too caught up in Facebook or the news or current events, I need to remember that I can't control any of that, right? I can't change it. I find myself getting into great discord, unease, and all of that doesn't necessarily help the situation in hand, right? It just sort of adds to the collective fear and anxiety or worry, frustration, anger, whatever it is that's being channeled through a lot of what's going on sort of at a global scale right now. And I need to remember that I don't necessarily need to fix any of that. It's not my responsibility. The only thing I can be responsible is for myself and my own perceptions and how I interact with the world. And keeping that sort of centered in that place, it feels much more fulfilling and much more sort of rich. And it also brings about this new start of a new relationship to maybe how the world is operating right now, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, backing off and kind of reassessing and coming from a place that is a little bit more hopeful, if that makes sense. All right, so let's see here. Let's look at the Ace of Pentacles. Where's my aces at? Ace of Pentacles. Gain, attainment, increased income, a timely windfall, the beginning of a large project, recognition of achievements, treasures, good, solid foundation to launch an idea, investors, both material and emotional well-being, confidence, measured excitement, blessings, seemingly divine intervention, and relief. So that all sounds good. Let's give ourselves that. It might just be relief from whatever we might have been experiencing yesterday with the that Eight of Swords energy, but we're kind of, it looks like we're moving through it or getting past it. And let me see, where is new moon? That's full moon. I want new moon, bitch. Special moon cards. Is this considered a... That's a super moon. Blue moon, south node. Where is new moon? Hold on one second, I'm trying to find this card in here, guys. Sorry. It's just a plain new moon. It's not in... That's new moon in Aries. One sec. Why am I not seeing it? Oh god. Sorry guys, this is embarrassing. Oh, here it is. New moon, a new star is coming. There is a yes coming your way. Okay, so I told you that that Ace of Pentacles was also a yes, right? An affirmative yes. So it's funny that we have two yeses sitting right in front of our face. There's a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes on, it goes in cycles, and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about is becoming toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. To attune to the moon, I'll see it when I believe it. Additional meanings for this card: as the new start is on its way, you will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well, and forget about the past. And then the teaching is the new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It is a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible, and a time of rebirth. It is a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. So pierce that veil, friends. I think that there's an opportunity here. Certainly, there's definitely an affirmative thing here about these are two giant yeses coming from the universe. So if there's any sort of things on plan or that you guys are thinking about, today would be maybe a day to really consider them, and you might be receiving that yes from the cards today. I think that this idea of remembering is sort of like, what did we come here for? And I don't know why I keep looking at this remember stone, and it makes me think of like, okay, so why am I here at 47 years old? Like, what is it that I want? Do I just want to be content and happy, feel safe, have love, good friends, love somebody unconditionally? Like, these are the things that I want, right? And so touching base with those and remembering sort of maybe that they are actually possible for us. And whatever that may be, no judgment, remember that and ground in that. Whatever brings you joy, that love, all of those wonderful stones that we saw this week, keeping that in mind as we move forward throughout the day today. We have a lot of abundant, fresh, new opportunity knocking at our door. All right, that is your forecast for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with others. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the next forecast. Have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.